April is National Organ and Tissue Donation Awareness Month, and the work continues to raise awareness. And that's why the David Foster Foundation is dedicated to helping Canadian families with children in need of life-saving organ transplants. Great to have the CEO of the foundation, Michael Ravenhill, on with us this morning. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Some of these stats that I'm looking across here are pretty shocking. For a developed country, Canada has one of the worst organ and tissue donor rates in the world. Why is that?
Well, I think it really stems from education and awareness. Is probably the biggest one that we face every day. Is the myths that are out there of, if you are a registered organ donor, and you're critically injured, will they let you die to save other people? There's just crazy things out there. But the biggest one is education. We just need to do a better job as Canadians understanding the importance of becoming a registered organ donor.
Okay, so if we want to, what do we have to do?
Well, the simplest way to do it is you can go to davidfosterfoundation.com, and in there, every province is listed. You click on each province, the province that you're in, and then it literally takes 2 minutes to do. It's very simple. And you never know, one day somebody could be saving your life.
Let's go to David himself, because why is this important to David and to create this foundation?
Well, it started 36 years ago. David got a call from his mother. David was living in Los Angeles. There was a little girl from David's hometown of Victoria, British Columbia, that was in UCLA Medical Center waiting for that organ transplant. And in those days, we didn't do organ transplants in Canada. So we've come a long way, and we're doing a tremendous amount of great work here in Canada. But David just answered the call, and not as a celebrity. He actually did it as somebody that, like his mother said, do what your mother says, go to the hospital, see these people just for your mother. And David said, absolutely. He went. And then the crazy thing that happened is David was talking to the family. He could see the stress that was on their face. And he asked them, just as he was leaving, he said, is there anything that I can do for you? And he thought the little girl would say, I want to go to Disneyland, or I want to see this celebrity. But that wasn't the case at all. You know what this little girl said? She just looked him straight in the eyes and she said, I just want to see my sister. And David just stopped, and he was perplexed by that, asked a few more questions. And, the little girl hadn't seen her sister in a few months because they couldn't afford the price of a plane ticket. David said, I'm going to make that happen. He sure did. He picked the little girl's sister up at the airport with her aunt, drove him to the hospital. And then when those two little girls' eyes met, he said that etched in his heart forever. And that was the start of his foundation. We've helped over 1,400 families, millions of dollars in support. And that's how the foundation started. A man doing what his mother told him to do. And now thousands of families have been supported by our foundation.
And even what one organ donor can do, because it's more than just one life.
Oh, it sure is. One organ donor can save up to 8 people's lives. But here's the incredible part. It can improve the life of up to 75 people. Think about the impact of that. The selfless act of registering becoming an organ and tissue donor. But what's the impact and the ripple effect of that? We right now, we have over 4,000 people on the organ and tissue donor registry right now. And 1,600 people are added every single year. Think about that. If we could at least get those numbers down, it's just by simply registering. Canada having one of the worst organ and tissue donor registration rates of all developing countries. We're just over 30%. So we're getting better. 10 years ago, we were about 15%. So we're getting better, but we have a long way to go as Canadians. Living in such an incredible country, we can do better.
And I know it's a real passion for you. We've run out of time here, but I know you started as a volunteer and then becoming the CEO in 2009. So I appreciate you joining us on this April, the National Organ and Tissue Donation Awareness Month. And as Michael said right off the top, all you have to do is go to davidfosterfoundation.com and to go through everything right there. Thank you so much, the CEO, Michael Ravenhill of the David Foster Foundation.